It was once viewed as vast, solid, and immobile, while the heavens, sprinkled with stars, were seen as a lighter, airy sphere that revolved effortlessly around it. It seemed only logical that these consistent, bright lights in the sky existed, primarily for human delight, education, and utility. The universe was viewed as a small, finite realm, explicitly centered around human existence and benefit. It's it.
Have you ever pondered our place in the universe? When we gaze into the night sky, we often feel dwarfed by the vast cosmos. The majority consensus paints us as incidental, temporary products of a universe that is indifferent and aimless. We are cast as mere observers, accidental intruders, even in the grand scheme of nature. Our ideals, hopes, and spiritual ecstasies are dismissed as the outcomes of our vivid yet misguided imaginations, bearing no real weight in a world that operates mechanically through space, time, and indifferent atomic forces. Our planet, Earth, is but a tiny dot in the endless expanse of space, and our existence here is deemed both insignificant and fragile. Picture this. We are at the mercy of indifferent natural forces that randomly brought us into existence and could extinguish us just as randomly. But what if there's more to our existence than this bleak outlook? Consider an alternative perspective. Rather than seeing ourselves as incidental products of an indifferent nature, what if we are, in fact, integral parts of it? Imagine, for a moment, a universe where humans are not mere bystanders, but active participants in its grand design. This isn't about anthropocentrism or placing humans on a pedestal. It's about acknowledging that we are, in our own way, an expression of the cosmos. We are made of star stuff, after all. We are the universe observing itself. And what if our ideals, hopes, and spiritual ecstasies are not just products of our vivid imaginations, but have real bearing on the world? This isn't to say that our thoughts can bend the laws of physics, but they can and do shape our world in profound ways. Our capacity to dream, to aspire, to feel joy and sorrow, to create and destroy, these are not meaningless attributes. They're part of what makes us human, part of what makes life rich and complex. They can inspire us to reach for the stars, literally and metaphorically. In the grand scheme of things, our planet may be just a tiny dot in the vast expanse of space, but it's a dot teeming with life, with diversity, with beauty and wonder. It's a dot that has given rise to conscious beings capable of contemplating their own existence and the mysteries of the universe. Our existence here may be fragile, but it's not insignificant. Every breath we take, every action we perform, every thought we think resonates in some way with the rest of the cosmos. We may be at the mercy of natural forces, but we are not powerless. We have the ability to understand these forces, to learn from them, to adapt and evolve. We are not just passive recipients of what the universe throws at us, but active agents in our own destiny. Could it be that we are not accidental intruders, but rather essential components of this cosmic theatre? So, which view holds more truth? As we venture deeper into this debate, we find ourselves between two worldviews. On one hand, we have the perspective of indifference, painting us as mere byproducts of an aimless cosmos, a universe operating mechanically through space and time. This viewpoint highlights our insignificance, our fragility in the face of indifferent natural forces. On the other hand, we have the alternative perspective, a perspective that challenges the majority consensus, questioning our understanding of who we are and why we are here. This viewpoint opens up the possibility of a grander narrative, one where we are not mere accidents but integral parts of the cosmic story. Both perspectives have their strengths and weaknesses. The indifferent universe theory is grounded in observable scientific phenomena, while the alternative perspective draws strength from our human experience, our hopes, ideals, and spiritual ecstasies. Indeed, the debate between these two worldviews is far from settled. As we prepare to take our leave, let us ponder on one last idea. We have embarked on an odyssey across the universe, immersing ourselves in its vastness and our position within it. We have evaluated the widely accepted viewpoint that perceives us as mere bystanders, chance trespassers in the grand cosmic drama. We have also ventured into a contrasting view, proposing that perhaps we aren't as inconsequential as we've been led to believe, as we transition from theories to something more palpable. Let's dive into practical experimentation that makes use of the humble yet captivating properties of water. Through various manipulations of water, we have the power to challenge our preconceived notions of the world in which we dwell. There are also experiments that cast aspersions on the widely accepted theory of gravity. These examine the puzzling absence of downward acceleration when objects are in a state of free fall, even when employing various types of accelerometers for accurate readings.
Allow me to elaborate on the concept of density layering, particularly in the context of free fall. Normally, when different substances are suspended in a container, they settle into layers according to their densities. However, in the scenario of free fall, a container holding a mix of substances, gas, liquid, and solid, will cease to exhibit the principle of density layering. The normally apparent separation of materials according to their density simply stops. Gas bubbles cease rising through liquid, solids cease to sink through gas and liquid. Total stillness until the container re-establishes contact with the earth. Such observations prompt us to question whether we indeed inhabit a world as we have been taught it to be. Physical demonstrations such as these might even lead us to scrutinise if our fundamental understanding of cosmology is faulty. Our position in the universe is not a trivial matter. It warrants our curiosity and exploration. Are we truly just ephemeral creations of a purposeless nature? Or could there be a deeper meaning to our existence? Could our ideals, aspirations and spiritual highs possess real significance? As we step forward into the future, armed with fresh discoveries, we must pose these questions to ourselves. Are we just bystanders in a cosmic theatre? Or are we the performers crafting the narrative?
It was once universally accepted that Earth sat at the center of the universe. Earth was perceived as vast, solid and immobile, while the heavens, sprinkled with stars, were seen as a lighter, airy sphere that revolved effortlessly around it. It seemed only logical that these consistent, Bright lights in the sky existed primarily for human delight.